Good morning! And welcome everybody. That was an obnoxious.
Yeah, it was bad.
So whenever Cade was like an itty bitty baby, that was like one of the only things that he could do because he was a very like sober child. Like we didn't introduce him to whiskey until like after he was 18 months.
Oh.
But he was very just like straight faced. But whenever like if you wanted him to get to smile, if you said good morning like that, it was like he was like pumped. And it didn't matter what time. It didn't, in fact, have to be morning.
Yeah, okay.
Welcome to the Medicare Cafe. We are in the pre-chat phases, so appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. But today, it's still just pre-chat. So if you're like, hey, I'm watching the recorded version of this, I don't want to see the chaos that is Olivia and Clayton unscripted. Though, like, that's the entire.
That's
we
the whole
don't.
thing.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
What would you call that?
Off record, but
no,
on
but
record.
it's like recorded.
It's recorded. This is all on the record.
Anyways,
Off the record.
Were you ever scared of like?
Yes.
Were you ever nervous of like? Do you remember like whenever we were kids and they're like, "That's going on your permanent record"? Do you remember talks of permanent records?
Yeah. No, I didn't care about that.
I figured like there was a few things in life that I was actually really afraid of when I was a kid. Quicksand, pianos that fall from nowhere, and permanent records.
Ooh, the pianos down the stairs.
Yeah, I was really scared of just like random pianos and cranes, right?
No wonder we have anxiety.
Yeah, that makes a lot. Looney Tunes really did a number on us. But like, I always said like permanent records, like it's going on. Like I'm like, I thought there was literally a record in somebody's place, a business that was like my life from like age 7 to today.
Yeah.
And it was my permanent record.
I'm sure there is one.
Is that like your medical? Anyways, so welcome to the Medicare Cafe, guys. We appreciate you hanging out with myself. My name's Olivia Richardson.
And I'm Clayton Clemens.
And if you want to just get involved in this debacle of what's going on a Tuesday morning, you have two options. Number one, you can text this number. Right.
One of these days, you're going to nail it the first time. Be like, boom, pow.
Text the number. Text the number. Or, you can always like message us on the live chat feature or the chat feature on the YouTube machine. So let me go ahead and pull up this so that I can talk to the beautiful people. We are starting a little bit late today. We had to make sure our camera people had to come and like make sure our colors were right.
Yeah, make sure we're looking real good.
If you weren't wearing such a bright yellow shirt.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. So today, Clayton, what are we talking about?
Today, we're talking about prepping for AEP in September.
You guys, can you believe August only has like 2 days left?
Don't like it.
That's disgusting. That's nuts. And like the weather's cooling down. It's turning into sweater weather. Except for Wednesday, it's supposed to be like 108 degrees.
Don't like that.
So, but we're getting close to sweater weather. We have 1 more month until AEP, which is nuts. I don't feel like it ever slowed down from AEP of last year. But like it's time to like really buckle down and make sure we are set to go. So today we're talking about what you need to do throughout the month of September to make sure that you have a stellar AEP. Why was that funny?
No, it's really good. I was laughing about something else.
Laughing about something else.
But it's crunch time. What we do?
So number one, are you certified? Are you sure you're certified? You should double check to make sure that you're certified because not only did AHIP come out with their like amendment that they have to do, but WellCare did it. They did it last year. They're doing it again this year. Like, are you sure? Are you sure that you're ready, that you are certified? You sure about that? So please make sure, double check that you are certified. Here's another thing that's going to go on, guys. If you're like, we always talk about this every year that like the earlier you're certified, the better time you're going to have. But keep in mind, guys, there's a lot of like last minute changes going on, specifically with the Part D side. So there might be some like last minute carriers that you haven't even thought about writing, and like come October 1st when we actually get to see what the plans look like, you might be scrambling to get those certifications done. So get done what you can now, because there will happen something last minute that you're like, crap, I didn't know I was gonna have to worry about that.
And even if you think you're done, just double, triple check because you could think you're done and WellCare situation happens. Yeah. Or you didn't click submit on one of these little check boxes on there.
So the
there's definitely little things to make sure you want to confirm that you're ready to sell. But yeah. So make sure you're doing that. If you have done your certifications, you may proceed.
The next thing you need to make sure that you're doing is, and this is so silly, but for the love of God, start looking at comparing these plans. We've seen sneak peeks for almost every single carrier. There's a couple of them that are coming out now for the smaller regional ones.
Yeah.
But all the big boys and all the big ones, big players, have went ahead and released their sneak peeks. Keep in mind, these plans are not guaranteed. We're seeing a lot of rebids come in right now, and people like, I would talk about Essence and Aetna. They've done the rebids, and they're crazy, even more competitive than they were. So they're not the end all be all, but it is a good place to let you know like who is going to be the big player for you.
Yeah, because like the changes will happen, but they're not going to be crazy.
The vibe will stay the same.
Exactly. So looking at your market, making sure that you understand which of the options are out there that are going to be kind of the popular ones. So you have that, like, if this hospital, then this plan, or if this drug, this plan. And another big one is to review your clients to see who's actually going to need that appointment. Not everyone's going to need an appointment. Some people might just need a call telling them that they're good.
Right.
So kind of take a look at that as well.
That's a great point, because especially when you get to the clients, when you start having 500, 1,000, 5,000 clients, it is impossible to meet with them all. Yeah. But the thing is to keep in mind is that even though you don't, like a lot of the plans, we have a lot of plan stability this year. There are some new plans that are coming up really competitive, really hot. But the plans that have been there for a while, most of them are incredibly stable. Not a lot of exits, not a lot of changes. And so you'll come across some people that if they haven't had any major drug changes or any like provider changes, they should be good to go, and they don't really need to take up the time of one of your valuable appointment times. However, you also can't expect them to know that. Even if, like, especially with the rise of advertising, call centers, things like that, if they don't hear from you, that doesn't innately mean to them that they don't need to hear from you. So even if they need to just stay put, they still need to hear that message from you. So that's why it's really important to send out appointment letters and start to set your AEP appointments. That is something that we get confused with compliance, is that back in the day, compliance used to say that you could not talk about AEP, set appointments, you couldn't do any of that until October 1st. They've lightened the rules on that quite a bit. So you can go ahead and start making appointments October 1st, for the AEP season. Reminder, you can't actually start writing until October 15th, but you can start having AEP appointments October 1st, and just making sure that you do collect the scope of appointments now, because they are good for 12 months. And you need to make sure you have 48 hours in advance at least.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, if you're doing it now, you for sure have 48 hours. Yeah. And so start collecting those, start setting the appointments. I will say one more thing on the comparing plans situation.
Please. Yeah, we passed that, but like if you want to live in the past, that's fine.
I do. Definitely want to make sure, like, if you got that plan that's been stable forever, but there's the new hotness that has come into your market, and your clients might want to flirt with that new hotness, then you're going to want to just make sure that they are taking a look at that plan, because they could be on a perfect plan, could be stable, but like a new carrier.
Yeah, they're going to hear about it.
Yep. So. And then you can't really market it, but in the back of your head, you can know, like, if we need to, we can use OEP and take a step back and go back with Old Faithful. So
Old Faithful.
Yeah. New hotness, Old Faithful.
It's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
There's a lot. How's your marriage going?
It's great.
Is it okay? Unrelated. Just asking. The next things we really want to make sure that people are doing right now is getting ready for you to push go on your marketing for AEP. So reminder what the rules are for AEP. You cannot talk anything plan specific until after October 1st. But you can talk about AEP. You can talk about that changes are coming. You just can't say anything about carriers or numbers or anything like that. So what we like to say is, like, we know that there are 31 days in September. 30 days has September. Nope. 30 days in September. So what we like to tell people is, like, put your letters about plan updates and stuff like that in the mail, like, September 29th, so that they will get it October 1st, right? So September 30th, you want to be extra safe, but make sure, like, you shouldn't be scrambling to get your marketing plan up and running in October. You should literally be able to push the button September 30th and get that going. So you need to be doing the work now to make sure that, one, what is your marketing plan? What are your strategies? Are you doing seminars? Are you doing mailers? And then making sure that, like, because come October, I don't want you to spend any of your time doing administrative stuff. You need to be focusing 100% on keeping your current clients and, more importantly, building more clients.
For sure. And mentioned at the end, the scheduling the meeting and events. If you haven't already done them, make sure you're getting that finalized now. Reach out to your local senior center, whoever you're doing it with.
Right.
Make sure that you've confirmed that time that you guys set up already. Have everything sent out for it. And I guess that's part of that marketing plan that you want to be able to go and say, hey, come meet me here. Let's talk about these plans.
Yeah, exactly. And like, again, like a lot of these places, especially, you know, we have, you know, we're getting some really cool new deals made up with Integrity and Walmart and things like that. So there's a lot of really cool things going on as far as like kiosks and things like that are concerned. If you're not working with your FMO, if you're not working with a partner, like a carrier rep to get into those kiosks, right now it's almost too late.
Yeah.
So like I mean, like, honestly, it is too late for most carriers. So, again, Integrity has a new deal with the Walmart program. Ask your upline, ask us about that if that's something that you may be interested in, want to qualify for. But outside of that, really, if you're not building that relationship and going on your own to do that, those spots are filled. So if you are going to be, you know, making sure that you have those scheduled, because honestly, like, you could be advertising those events prior to October 1st, too. So make sure you get those locked, socked, and book 'em. Lock, socked.
We're not great with phrases.
No. What is that? Sock, lock, and book 'em.
Bop it.
No. Similar, though. Anyways, the next thing and the final thing that we have here on our list is like, girl, first of all, I'm going to, take care of yourself.
Yep.
Take your vitamins. My favorite was like gummy. Like I was telling Clayton that my buddy has is friends with the dentist, like 6 years separation. Not my friend. I'm not being friends with the dentist. Are you kidding me?
No.
They're serial killers for teeth. His friend's a dentist, and he has like a shirt that says your kids' vitamins, gummy vitamins, or my kids' college tuition. But I'm still a big fan. Lock, stock, and barrel. Michelle, thank you.
There it is.
Lock, stock, and barrel. It's
That
like
makes
shotgun,
sense.
right?
I don't know guns.
Anyways, but
guns.
making sure, guys, like, you need to be, like, the number one downfall of AEP and the number one reason why people fail to produce an AEP is honestly, like, human illness, because you're incredibly stressed, you're working crazy hours, you're probably not eating the best, so you need to make sure you're doing something to take care of yourself during AEP. So getting yourself in a sort of healthcare routine right now, I'm not saying, like, you have to start, if you're not hitting the gym prior to AEP, odds are you're not going to hit the gym during AEP, but just making sure that you're doing something for self-help. The easiest way to do that is taking vitamins so that they get in your system and that your immune system is rocking and rolling going into AEP.
I also think getting like a care kit set up for yourself.
Tell me about a care kit. What's that? Who's she?
So like get you some stuff like some emergency, some Flintstone vitamins, because those are better than the gummy ones.
I disagree.
And then just kind of getting your snack set up where it's kind of like, this will be my go-to if I'm not taking good care of myself. This kit's got me.
So during AEP for myself, and again, I'm not even the one, wine helps, yes, queen. I'm not even the one out there. You guys are the ones out there doing the hard work, meet with the clients. My job is 100% supporting you. But I will tell you during AEP for myself, because we're working longer hours, it's a lot stressful, I do home chef. I do a home chef meal kit so that I don't have to worry. My grocery bills get cut in half. I don't have to worry. Like, it's amazing how much stress it is to be like, what are we having for dinner? And like that argument, that's honestly all a marriage is just asking each other what you want to eat until you die. Right? And so that's what, so we do that to make sure my marriage is also fine.
Good.
So
we're fine.
So that's one thing that I do. Michelle, to your point, I do actually order like a, not a crate, but whatever it's called, like a pallet of wine, like a
that's
full.
That's a lot of wine.
It's a significant amount. So just making sure that you guys are like prepping now what your body, what your families, what you guys are going to need during the AEP season. One of that is going to be like, do you want seasonal help? If you find yourself running around crazy, handling a lot of admin tasks, if you are looking at hiring somebody for the AEP season, make sure like you need to be doing that now, because you do not want to train somebody during AEP. So like if you haven't hired somebody by like mid-September at the latest, I don't think it's a good idea, because you're going to be spending your time being a boss and taking care of them and teaching somebody a little bit of a complex system versus you actually just having to sweat it out, honestly.
Yeah. Or get your old people that you had. Like if you had seasonal help.
You can't comment on people's age like that. Just saying.
Fair.
It's rude.
The people that you've had working for you in the past.
Yes.
get those people back in the office, get them back in the swing of things. Some systems might have changed, whatever it might be.
Compliance will change. What they can say will change. Like Medicare Center changes. All that stuff.
So get them fired back up. Get them in there. Get them excited.
That is something that we didn't say, but we really should, is that, like, you also need to go through and learn carrier portals, learn senior marketing specialist, what we have to offer, and learn plan enroll in Medicare Center, because the last thing you want to do is try out a new system October 1st. So like this month, you also need to make sure, call our office. We'll do portal walkthroughs with you. We'll teach you how to look up your own book of business, or like get used to us. We will do a lot of that stuff on your behalf if you want us to. So make sure you're talking with us too. But that is something that like I think is pretty invaluable, is making sure you understand how does Medicare Center, because Medicare Center is going through crazy changes this year. So what's Medicare Center going to look like for you? Are you guys going to be ready for the new call recording stuff? Things like that.
Yeah, I definitely think we only left that off because we're like, please have done that before this, but this is kind of the catch-all.
It's kind of like your last chance.
Yeah.
This is your last chance to really like get in there, get those elbows dirty and check it out.
Just not a fan of you sometimes.
I get that. Yeah. I get that. I understand.
Get my elbows dirty. It was the voice, not necessarily what you were saying.
So anyways, guys, that's what we're telling everybody to do for AEP, making sure that you are locked, stocked, and barreled. Thank you, Michelle. I'm going to, make you... to make sure that you guys are ready to go, because again, it is my predictions for this AEP, it is going to be pretty nuts. Specifically, people that like you're not used to having to see, your MedSup clients. We know that prescription drug plans this year are just going nuts. The national average, the bid for the national average went from like $34 to $64. Yeah. So that's telling us that a lot of premiums are doing more than doubling. And in fact, one thing that a lot of people are less paying attention to, but you really need to, are those tier 3 medications. Yeah. A lot of companies are actually switching the tier 3 medications from a copay into a co-insurance, so having to pay for like a percentage of that versus a flat copay. And so some prescriptions that people are taking that are maybe a bit on the more expensive side are about to get a lot more expensive. So even people that like you didn't think that you were gonna have to meet with, run everybody's drugs on Medicare Center. I think like we're gonna see a huge change in the Part D area. So also be familiar with like needymeds.org, CleverRx. Make sure that you're really familiar with drug saving programs right now, because it's likely that a lot of your clients are not going to want to use their insurance for that this year.
For sure. It's definitely something worth checking out. Those couple organizations there. CleverRx is really good. Super simple. Needy Meds. GoodRx, I think people are kind of frowned on at this point.
GoodRx. It's if you're helping somebody enroll in CleverRx, you're helping another FMO provide leads for their captive agencies. So like if you don't want your people to be, outreach to, that's GoodRx.
Okay.
Yeah, if GoodRx is actually owned by GoHealth, which is a FMO that has a captive force, they're using that data to actually feed their captive force leads. So that's why we like CleverRx. CleverRx is the exact same thing, except for it's agent facing. They do not enroll people direct to consumer ever. They only use agents for enrollment of that. You get a commission every single time the client fills a prescription and uses CleverRx. Gives you a customized phone app. It gives you a customized website, and you get cards. So like, it is worth it. It's crazy client friendly or agent friendly.
Yeah, super easy to use. They do everything. So like that's one that I've used in the past before. Just super easy to search on your phone to see if it's going to be really cheap, just to go ahead and do the cash price via CleverRx.
It's a coupon. Coupon. This is where we're going to see eye to eye. Funny things to say. Yeah. Renee asked a really great question. Says, how is everyone handling providing the scope of appointments to the clients prior to AEP? So Renee, just keep in mind that this rule is a rule that, is used to be the full thing. I think in 2019 they got rid of the 48 hours rule, or maybe 2018, 2019. But the biggest thing is just like remembering right now there's still more debate going on if an inbound call is constituting as a walk-in. Most sources are saying yes, but we're still waiting for some final verbiage on that. The biggest thing is that I like to make sure that you can use some sort of non-face-to-face scope. My favorite is going to be the Medicare Center scope. You can email or text a scope of appointments. You can set in the Medicare Center platform, set yourself a reminder and like, hey, like it'll pop up as a notification. Make sure you send scope appointment. appointment. But remember, they're good for 12 months. So send scope appointments to everybody right now, and then you can use them for AEP. But you can do so using the Medicare Center platform. That one's my favorite. Not only can you text and email it, but it also includes all ancillary products so that you can sell cancer insurance at an MA appointment. So they're kind of like my favorite.
Yeah, for sure. And I think going out and doing like an email blast to your clients with a scope appointment there is a really good move. If you're talking to your clients or they call in with like some kind of service question, say, hey, I'm going to text you over this scope appointment. I'm going to email it over to you. So in October, we can have our full follow-up on that.
Pete asked a question. He said off topic, which is humorous that we think there is a topic. Because Clayton and I have very short attention spans. Short enough that I couldn't even finish the question.
Yes.
Anyway, says, how does someone sign up for Medicaid and what are the qualifications? So, Pete, I think, aren't you in Kentucky, if I remember correctly?
Florida.
Very close.
I think.
But every state, the hard part about Medicaid is that every state has their own rules, regulations, qualifications, Florida, and processes for enrolling into them. So the best thing that I can tell you to do is honestly just go to Medicaid Florida. Medicaid is even called something different in Florida, and I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's called something different. Like it's Missouri Health Net here in Missouri. California is Medicare. Is CalCare. Medi-Cal. It's Medi-Cal. Medi. It's called something different everywhere. The rules are different in every state. Qualifications are different in every state. Some states require you to sign up for it. Other states say it's automatic. So I hate to say like Google it, but it'll take you to the government specific website about the qualifications for there. Now, if you're looking for Medicare savings programs, that's something that's different. It's completely different from Medicaid, but there are programs that help you pay for Part B of Medicare, co-insurances, deductibles. There's things like SlimB, QMB Plus, and then there's things like Extra Help, aka LIS, through those programs as well. So I can help you understand Medicare savings programs. If you have questions, most of those clients will actually need to sign up for them. Just go to medicare.gov, click on the money saving options, and look up Medicare savings programs. Because oftentimes, like, the qualifications for those are really, really easy. And they're on a national basis.
But, like, kudos to you for even wanting to look into that and getting into that super, super utilized market or underserved. There it is.
It's like one of the fastest growing markets, and it's incredibly underserved.
Yeah, and especially with all the redeterminations and stuff that happened this year, people are going to be massively confused and need your all's help. So kudos to you, Pete. Keep looking into it.
Go, Pete, go. Go, Pete, go. Any other questions, comments, concerns, threats, and or promises? We can talk about more off-topic things, which makes me feel better that someone thought there was a topic.
Yeah, Pete's a good guy.
Again, guys, we do appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Again, the text line is still open. Reminder, that is my phone number full time. So even if you're watching the recorded version of this and you're like, I gotta ask these questions, you can text me at any time and I will gladly answer. Awesome, guys. We will see you. So starting in September, we do some really cool stuff. Carrie will be back. Carrie is going to be joining us every first and third Tuesday of the month. So you get some daily dose of weekly, bi-monthly doses.
You can watch them every day.
You could. Of Carrie, and we have some really cool things coming up with that. Medicare Cafe will continue through AEP, just short episodes to make sure you get us to keep on your way, but you still get the entertainment. Like, who wouldn't want to watch this every once in a while?
Just like every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
It's not that
We're
big.
not too overwhelming. Awesome. Appreciate you guys so much. Until next time, have fun.
Make money.
And give impeccable service. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, no, I about pushed exit. That's not